Damps.
People like to make jokes about balding heads, alright? So what do you prefer? Do you prefer to see your friends wearing a hat, or do you prefer to see them wearing hair? I personally would prefer to see a haircut. I don't need you repping a hat, I need you repping out your swag, your confidence. Everything needs to come out of you when you go out. What we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you tape hair onto somebody's head. Straight up. For anybody watching this, if you're interested in starting a business with this, or you want to learn more in depth about any of this, academy.damps.ca. We are teaching free classes every Monday right now for the time being. And I mean, what do you have to lose? It's free. I'm gonna walk you guys through the consultation process that I go through with clients. People think that it's a one-size-fits-all approach to hair units, but it really isn't. Everybody is designed a little bit differently, and that in turn creates different results for everybody. Firstly, clients end up on damps.ca. So that is our website, and from there they book a consultation with us. So that would be over the phone. Before we get onto that phone consultation or on that phone call, what I need to see as a professional, as a specialist, is we need to see pictures. We need to see pictures of what your hair looks like, and then pictures of what you would like your hair to look like. Okay, and that way we can understand if your expectations are real or not. With this client specifically, this is a good candidate for a hair unit. He's really only losing hair in the crown area, so that back part of his head, and then in his corners. So this would be a Norwood, between Norwood 4 to 6. The hair loss is progressing fast. So why this client is a good client is because they have their corners. Their corners are in full. The haircuts that this type of client can do are pretty much limitless. As we can see, the sides are very thick, so whatever unit we put on top, we're gonna match that density, and that's relatively easy to do with most units, but still very important. You don't want something that's too thick for the client. I wanna make sure that he doesn't look like he has a carpet on his head. Especially for Afro clients, people will get units that are just too much hair, too thick, and then it does not look like their actual hair. We're gonna check off some things. So what I'm looking for in these pictures, I'm looking at his hair color, his hair density, and his hair texture. So for hair density, A1, okay? His corners, full, perfect. Hair texture now, we're gonna have to match that exact curl pattern. Right now it looks good, it looks good. Color, he's not exactly a jet black, a natural black type of color. So he checks out all three, he's perfect for that. Now let's see what he wants to look like. So he sent me a picture of OBJ, or Odell Beckham Jr., you see right here. A burst fade, that's what we'd call it. Ends in a V in the back. And then up front, very natural. He wants it lined up, but he wants the curls to kind of hang, give it that natural kind of effect. So he's not going for anything that's too sharp or pronounced or dark, or what I'm talking about is like Beijing, you know, it's like super blacked out. He wants it very natural looking. Let's check out the finished results, because that's ultimately what you guys came here for. You guys want to see what he looked like at the end. So just like he asked for, he got the burst fade. And I want you guys to rate this, okay? So get in the comments and rate this 1 to 10. 10 being incredible, 1 being you didn't do a good job. But he wanted the fade on the sides, got the fade on the sides, the burst fade. Nice, blurry, popping, very drastic. The curls. Now the curls, this was amazing because it blended in so well that I even brought in some other barbers to come have a look at it, and they said that they didn't know, first of all, that was a unit, but they couldn't tell, they wouldn't know where to start cutting. So that's the challenge too. When you have this type of cut and you're looking for a barber to cut it, sometimes it matches so well that you would have to take this hair off and let the barber cut your natural hair and then put it back on. Just because it blends so well. He has the lineup now. Let's check out the lineup. Yeah, natural. You can see the scalp. You can see the light reflect directly through the hair to the scalp, which is what you want. That creates that natural kind of effect. And it's straight. We lined it up, but again, you can see some curls kind of hanging over. Looks very natural. Let's move over to the back now with the V. So with the V now, again, very clean. I think most of this in the back hairs is natural hair because we covered, what did we cover? Let's show you right now. And we covered mainly the top, even though I V'd it out in the back. We covered mostly the top. But as you can see, it really blends in, the curls blend in well, the color's blending in well. And this is great results. Like nobody's gonna be able to tell that this is a unit, nobody. This type of length, very easy to maintain. This type of style, very easy to maintain. If you're scared that people will notice it, they won't. It's not noticeable. And very low maintenance. So I know everybody's advertising this as a hair solution, hair loss solution. You know, for me, when I look at this and when I see people throw their hats to the side and forget their hats, what it means or what it represents for me is like if you're gonna put a Rolex on your wrist, or you're gonna put a nice piece of jewelry on, or the accessories that you wear, the new Gucci suit that you have, those nice things, you know what I mean? Like that's what it is. It's, you put it on and you're flexing. This is something that you would want to leave here and flex every day with. So it's important that you learn how to style your hair, you learn how to maintain the unit, and you practice these things. Because hair is maintenance. You see all this hair I have? This is work. This is all work. And if you just choose to do it every once in a while and it's not a lifestyle thing for you, then that's something to consider, you know what I mean? Especially in the styles that you select. The style that we showed in this video, very easy to maintain, but the amount of energy that you're gonna leave this space with, it's different, it's different. You will not, this is the type of feeling, you don't feel this type of feeling all the time. This is your Rolex, this is your new chain, this is your Patek watch. I don't even know the names of these things, but your new diamond earrings. This is the accessories that make you feel fresh. That hat does not make you feel fresh. This is a luxury item. So yeah, it costs some money, but when certain things like a new Rolex cost you money, are you walking around saying it's expensive? No, you're walking out, you're showing people that this is you. You know what I mean? This is how you run, this is how you roll the streets.
Now, before everybody gets on me for comparing hair to a Rolex, you gotta understand something. Yes, the Rolex increases in value over time. It can be seen as an investment. But is your health, your mental health, how you see yourself, how you present yourself, not seen as an investment in the same right? Is how people interpret you with hair versus without hair not an investment in its own right? I mean, we gotta start thinking bigger, you know what I mean? And presentation is huge. Presentation is huge. So if you are not confident and we can feel that, or if you can be more confident and we can experience that, wouldn't it be worth the cost of admission? Think about that. Think about that.
And that's the same way you're gonna roll with this hair. It really doesn't matter if you're wearing a hairpiece or not. And that's the important thing. Nobody really cares about that. When we look at people and we judge them based on their appearance and what they're wearing, and we decide what we think they're worth and what they're willing to pay for things, that's the same way you look at this. Not everybody can afford to come to Damps and get a hair unit like this. You know what I mean? Not everybody can afford to get in Mickey the Barber's chair and get a hair unit from Mickey the Barber. So when you do, it's not about whether or not you're bald or not anymore. It's that you are able and you are investing into a different type of class. You're a different type of person, you know what I mean? You're not going to be the same person. I'm gonna tell you that right now one more time. You are not going to be the same person after this. If you like this video, like, comment, but subscribe. I need to see these numbers go up. And please comment, because if you comment, rate the video, or just comment on it, period, I'll understand that you are paying attention, you are watching, and that it's just appreciation for me. I love it, and then it'll encourage me to produce more for you. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Take crumbs, make bread.
Damps. Damps.